Said I've been on my grind. Said I've been on my grind. Fuck out of here. Go. Can he sell some records? He ain't got the clout. Bro, he talking history. Fuck he talking about? All these people mention me. Fuck they talking about? But ain't nobody make me. But everybody doubt. Young and ambitious. Young with ambition. Made it for the world. Bigger than the trenches. Developed on a corner. Then appeared the roads. Tired of the bullshit. It's chopper for you hoes. But ain't nobody checking. Who be selling records? Who putting in work? Beats I be digesting. Look, I'm the exception. Book us and request it. Mom ain't raised no dumb nigga. Bro, I stay protected. Look, I ain't no rapper. Bro, I'm a career ender. Do no disrespect. We send shots like bartenders. Yeah, my bros was open. Drinking till it's smoking. Look, Jerry, you stay focused. Talk to those who hopeless. I trust God. My design. Did it all in time. Fuck if they decline. Say fuck you care about mine. It's mine. It's mine. It's mine. Say fuck you care about mine. It's mine. It's mine. It's mine. Said I be on my grind. Opinions on the corner.
I mean, I always look at myself, you know, I'm a Pisces, so I look at myself as like the two fish. And Jersey is like one fish. And that's more like the people everybody know. I mean, the person everybody know, like, who are considered like people that know me good, so like that's Irvin. Or the person everybody came up around. Like the good-hearted person, the person that cared, you know what I'm saying, want to say the world. Or just, you know what I mean, somebody who think that adapting to life and change is possible. You know what I mean? That's what I was saying. I'm mostly just a musician, an artist at heart, who feel like you can change the world with music. I feel like that it's more important than just rap, that you could get people, you can touch people to get your point across to people more than just the image. You know what I mean? That was my goal. So if I would say Jersey is, you know, the human side of me, the good, the bad, you know what I'm saying? The part that people know the street. You know what I mean? Where I come from, the pain, everything. Jersey, Raleigh, and just coming up from the bottom in the low poverty areas and places where most people would consider dangerous. You know what I'm saying? I'm still striving, but that's it. You know what I'm saying? Jersey, that's what I consider Jersey. You know what I'm saying? Who is Jersey? Just somebody that's hard working, dedicated to what they're doing, and trying to make a better way. You know what I mean? Out of their shit. Because me personally, I never wanted to show like street shit. I always wanted to be better, but I realized how that it's important to show both sides, if it makes sense. You know what I mean? The side, that's what we say with Willie Walker. I guess I grew into that side, honestly. You know what I mean? I was more, naturally, I think I'm more of a kind person, a good-hearted person. Fighter, but good-hearted overall. And that's my character. But Willie Walker would be my other fish, the side that's a little more irritable, a little bit more like, you know, through all the turmoil and the bullshit, kind of got fed up, you know what I mean? I guess like how a counselor told me one time, she was telling me, she was like, you're a good person. She was like, but you backpack. So you're going to get to a point where your backpack full, you can't just hold it no more, you're going to explode on everybody. So Willie is kind of like the byproduct of chaos and a good heart combined, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like that side of me that's kind of, I guess that's a side that people don't really tend to like, you know what I'm saying? But it's also, it's the side that make me the person that I am. Like that's the artist, that's the beautiful of me. You know what I'm saying?
If you give him a chance, he's very understanding. But you have to give him a chance. But you know, when most people, I guess, growing up or as older people, we don't give a lot of people the chance. But if you ask me, he's very understanding. He's somebody that'll look at a situation both ways. You know what I mean? Like, not quick to just jump on one person's side, quick to sit up there and how can I put a look at both sides of the story instead of, you know, just one side of the story or whatever.
Willie is the side that I think people have a problem with understanding and dealing with, but it was my evolution as a man. I don't think I could have stayed like I would tell my family. You know, when we say Jersey, I can't stay Jersey because the world is full of vultures, and if I stay Jersey, then, you know what I mean, I ain't really built like that. So as I got older, my maturity to be able to evolve, it was kind of like, it was a certain side of me I had to embrace, the side that we run from. That's what I say. A lot of us run from that side of us that's the side of us that we know we truly are, that we tend not to go to. You know what I'm saying? Like me hanging out, like with my homeboys or going places, kind of like after a while, it was like, I knew in my heart that I felt like I should be doing something bigger. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, they was also telling me like that I should be doing bigger shit. And some understood, some didn't. But I knew I had to follow my heart and what I wanted to do from music, or what I wanted to speak about, or what I wanted to do. It kind of was opposite of what the streets was asking for, or what it would be called to be in the street. But I never let it limit me, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I would say. My other fish is the foundation, you know what I'm saying? It's the man side of me, or the side that's like the spark, you know what I'm saying? They call it like the old spark and shit. But that's the side that everything, I think the creativity really comes from. Yeah, I grew up there. When I came as a kid, probably like 2 years old, I lived on State Street, next to Miss Bertha. And I sang a song, her son was in jail for murder.
Grew up on State Street, next to Miss Bertha. She ran a liquor house, son was in jail for murder. When the priest grew out of Shavis Heights, said I ain't know the streets, I wasn't afraid of heights.
But I remember because I went with Miss Bertha, she was my next door neighbor on State Street. They knocked this down now. But she took me as a little boy because she wanted me not to live a certain life. And so she took me to the prison with her. We drove like 2 hours and I seen her son and he was telling me like, man, don't do this shit. But I remember, that's something I remember as a kid, Miss Bertha. And I went to school, preschool in the Shavis Heights in the middle of the hood. You know what I mean? And then from there, I lived on 215 East Davie Street, which is right across the street from Martin Street. You know what I'm saying? They know it's Miss Rhonda kids because my mama fought the whole Martin Street shit. But I went to Hunter Elementary, and then I went to Carnage a little bit, and then I went to Jersey. I went to Hyde Road for a year too, because we had moved over by Wake Med, Pons Ashton area. It was a new complex. But yeah, I'm a Raleigh kid for real. Like, I think that's a misconception in Raleigh. A lot of people look at me out of town because I mean I've always been born in Jersey and I went back, but I consider Raleigh as my home just as much as Jersey City. You know what I mean? So it's cool with me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna change my sound to fit in, but you know what I mean? I respect it. Jay? Yeah, Scale, that's what we call him on the team and shit. Jameson and Stanley. It's my homie, man. When I came down from Jersey, I think he was one of the first people I met, but I was actually in Broughton when I met him. We was in the championship. Well, it was the playoffs. I think the original game I didn't play. But when we played again before the playoffs, Jay like 6'7". And so he was dunking on niggas and shit, so coach had put me on. And I had blocked this shot like 2 times back to back and shit. So that's how I got to know him. The next year, I ended up going to Jersey, coming back. My mom lived on the other side of town, which is on this side, because we was by Rex before that when I came down. And we stayed over here on the north side over by Millbrook, and that's when I switched over there. So that's when the first day of school, I was like, bro, I know who you is, because we came from balling. We remember, we talked big shit back then too. But that's how I met, bro. He lived on this side of town, but Jay was in this. Jay was, niggas know Jay though.
Oh yeah, that's Jay, that's Big Cuz right there, rest in
I got a letter from one of the homies, and then he was telling he asked me like, yo, you know who Nipsey Hussle is? And I'm like, nah. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking that Brett asked me like, do I hustle and shit, keeping it funky. But he kept asking me when I was like, he wrote me a letter when I talked on the phone. I'm like, nah, bro, I don't know what that is. He was like, man, Google this nigga, bro. But the shit that you doing, that's what bro doing out there from the hood. So this probably like 2007.
Know what we bout, nigga? Yeah. We did that. Misled. Send me straps. Give me that. Been in traps. Good stats. Scoreboards. Reynolds rap. Real life. We was into that. Real life. We was selling packs. Real life. We was in the trap. Real life. We was into that.
Producer named Blacc Houze. I go by D. I mean, most people know me by D, but those in the music game, those associated with the business, they know me by Houze. From Jersey originally, raised in Raleigh, you know what I'm saying, representing both. BH started from the beginning, you know what I'm saying. Me and Jersey, I want to say around 2005, 2006, kind of put it together, you know what I'm saying. Like, he's the catalyst, you know what I'm saying. I just got on board with it. We always been, you know, we was always family first. So before the music or before anything, you know what I'm saying, when a nigga was playing basketball and shit like that.
That was my first love right there. Basketball for me was, that's where I think I get my consistency and shit from, this rap shit. Basketball was more like, it was every day. As a kid, the only thing I wanted to be was a ball player. You know what I'm saying? And growing up, after I left Raleigh as a kid, I was in Jersey City. And it's like, as soon as I got there, I won like the summer league. Then I started playing for like PS14. And then we won that. And then I got invited to Coach Hurley, but I didn't go. My whole NU team went. I went to Snyder. I don't know. When I think of basketball, it made me think of my pops. You know what I'm saying? My first addiction to, I guess, life or knowing that, learning how to grind for something that I wanted was through basketball. So me being tall, because I've been 6'3" since I was probably like 11 years old, basketball was where I get my consistency from. People see them records and see how much I was doing music. It came from basketball, from being in the gym every day. So we even use that terminology in Blacc Houze today. And we be like, when the artist is working, we just tell them like, yo, you shooting jumpers. And it's the terminology saying like, you know, when Steph was in the gym, he shot thousands of jumpers before he ever, you know what I'm saying, got to a game. And when you get comfortable in what you're doing and your rhythm, you'll be a better ball player. You know what I mean? So
It was always family, you know. The music came from a pure passion that he has, the passion that I got, and once we linked up together and got together on the music tip, like, it was a rap, basically, you know what I'm saying? We just kind of took it from there.
How has it been working with Jersey throughout the years?
Interesting, you know what I'm saying?
Word.
Jersey's a very passionate dude, you know what I'm saying? To know him is to understand him, you know what I'm saying? To not know him is to misunderstand him. That's where a lot of people like fall off with, you know what I mean? Very passionate. He's very knowledgeable about the shit he speak about, you know what I'm saying? So, I would say he's a good person to work with, you know what I'm saying? He know what he's doing, he get in there, he ain't playing around, you know what I'm saying? He on both sides of it now. He graduated, he has evolved as a person, as an MC, as an artist. He is an artist now, you know? He on both sides, he on the front and the back, though. So like, I would say like, I love working with him. Like, we got good chemistry together, you know what I mean? We've done some good things together.
Y'all ever knock heads?
Of course. I mean, you gonna do that. Like, yeah, we didn't been in some heated debates, as you would call it, but it never get to that point because we understand the big picture. And at the end of the day, it's all out of love and it's all passion. You know what I'm saying? So we can separate the two. And then we always family first, before the business or before the music or anything else. So yeah, you know, we're gonna do that from time to time, but it's all about being able to move past that, yo. Agree to disagree, as they say.
Far from home, so far from home, far from home, so far from home.
Got pain in me and people that don't fuck with me, but I wear it with pride cause they ain't gotta fuck with me. Cried tears for the same because they doubted me. Took a year hiatus, now they fuck with me. Seen the inside of a cell, told me I was never leaving. Gotta fight for my life, game time decision. Seen my daughters through glass, waiting on dispositions. Trying to explain to my babies why I'm in this position. Thoughts of suicide haunt my dreams at night. I seen the muzzle flash, I finally seen the light. Seen the devil in my dreams, it's hard to sleep at night. Now I see why Nana said keep your soul right. She told me always watch my friends and keep my home right. My bro, he told me watch these hoes and he was so right. My main concern is booking shows and getting dough right. But bro, this is how it go, just get your dough right.
I was mixed up in a pot of butter shit. No, we just a product of the shit. I was mixed up in a pot of butter shit. No, we just a product of the shit. But when you from the bottom of this bitch, we gon' make it out cause we the shit. I put a muzzle in your mouth and talking shit. How we living? Run up in your mouth, ain't doing sprints.
Well, to describe the chief, you know what I'm saying, it's more or less of when you say chief, you think of the leader of a, you know what I'm saying, a village. And, you know, they always say it take a village to raise a child. So, you know, I got 2 beautiful princesses. So, first thing in mind is everything I do for them, you know what I'm saying? So, the chief is at heart, good father, you know what I'm saying, strong man, taking care of what they need, taking care of what they need to take care of, maintaining, you know what I'm saying? And the type of music I make, it's more or less like, it's a life story. Stories, you know what I'm saying, things I've been through, family issues, a lot of pain, you know what I'm saying? I speak from the heart. So I feel like when I do speak, people gonna listen. I feel like it's not a lot of people expressing how they feel, especially us as black men. We're not expressing how we feel. So I feel like when everybody takes a listen, they can respect what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to downplay anybody, you know what I'm saying? When my hood man, I'm not trying to downplay any of that. It's just more just like speaking from, actually hearing from a black man and, you know what I'm saying, expressing life, you know what I mean? We're not talking about all that other stuff everybody else talking about. We talking about real life experience, you know what I'm saying? Blacc Houze, man, it's funny. My story with Blacc Houze, man, it starts way back, like at PNC. I met bruh at work one day, and you know what I'm saying, we just clicked, you know.
We was at work, I got an argument that day. I was mad as hell, but he was upstairs in the kitchen with me and my brother, and we was arguing. And we did play some music.
We played a couple songs for him, and I was like, bro, you got it, you know what I'm saying, like you it. And through the strength of just being a fan first, like I was out there on the street corners with bruh hustling music, like every weekend we out there on the streets on the corners hustling, you know what I'm saying, getting music off, getting people to listen to it. So I mean,
music, but tell you, like, to me, he's a perfect example of like what this shit about. I met bro, he ain't know me from a can of paint, you feel me? And he met me at work, we in the kitchen, and I'm playing music for him, and like a month later, this nigga standing on the street corner with me. You know what I'm saying? We was like, fuck working. And then like, you know, being able to take, he was one of the people that I actually could take everything I had learned and kind of like it ain't nothing Tay can't do. You feel me? The chief can't do it. Like, you know what I'm saying? He can fuck with the studio, he can hit the boards, he can make beats. You know what I'm saying? He write raps and they can sing, you know what I'm saying? So he was kind of like, when I heard Nip say, you know what I'm saying, to be my protege, you know what I'm saying? Like, he would probably be the most thing of my protege as far as like me being there through the whole shit. You know?
Wow, Blacc Houze has really groomed me to be the artist I am today, you know what I'm saying? So I take my hats off to Blacc Houze, you know what I'm saying? And I respect where Blacc Houze was going in the future.
Talk about some of the, you know, when a brothership, a close relationship like this, you know, family, you know, a lot of ups and downs. Just speak about, you know, personally, you know, some of y'all ups and downs, pros and cons, you know what I'm saying, and just grinding out here, being in the grind.
Listen, man, throughout any team, man, you're going to have turmoil, you know what I'm saying? And it's the turmoil that determines the strength of the team, you know what I'm saying? Some of the greatest, Kobe, Shaq, you know what I'm saying, Jordan, Pippen, some of the greatest, they had turmoil amongst themselves, but they found a way to work through it to get the goal done, win that chip, you know what I'm saying? So throughout everything, we men, you know what I'm saying, we all have our personal things about us, we all have lines that, you know, we shouldn't cross, but sometimes when you care about somebody or, you know what I'm saying, you really genuinely feel, you know what I'm saying, like you're trying to help that person, sometimes you got to step over that line and be like, look, bro, X, Y, Z, boom, boom, boom.
He made me realize, like, one day when we fell out, he was like, bro, you take everything out on me, because I had a team full of niggas before him. You know what I'm saying? And no bad spill to them, but it's just so hard trying to get your main niggas from the street. Like I was saying, I was trying to make them pop, but they was more like Suge. My niggas was more into really doing the shit. So with him, it was kind of like I had already failed, like I fought like the businessman, you feel me? And so he was like the redemption. It was like another chance to do it. So that's why I was always so hard on bro. But he was right about me taking out some of my frustration from working with other niggas.
God,
Yeah, God.
another
Be
shit,
what's good with
boy.
you? R&S was good with you, nigga. You know what time it is.
Another one, man.
Day one shit with
Take
you.
it out them trenches.
Well,
man.
God.
I see y'all.
I see you.
Stood.
Stood.
God.
Clip. Bow.
God.
This ain't play top.
Nah.
We ain't playing around. We playing
We
to
ain't
win.
playing around.
Welcome to God.
Welcome to God.
Loyalty jurors, we at it again. These niggas be fake.
Fake.
These niggas is phony. These
Oh,
niggas
man.
pretend.
Well,
Be down and out.
Be down and out, though.
That's when you see who was really your friend.
Crystal
I
clear.
remember them nights.
I remember.
Out on the block, CDs for 10.
Yo, yo, yo.
Glock on me.
Woo.
I got the work stuffed in the Timbs.
Yo, what you need?
Pop, homie.
Pop.
Word. That's when the guys you won't do it again.
won't do that again.
They scheming.
They
They
scheming.
plotting.
Whoa.
They don't want you to win.
Yeah.
Heart of a lion, niggas flex and get tossed in that den.
Man.
And I can never up a nigga, then call him my friend.
No phony
I
shit,
put
can't
my
do it.
life and soul on the line, so don't fuck with the king.
fuck with the circle,
These
nigga.
demons in me want a battle, they want me to sit.
man, they want-
Life threw a blow at me, nigga. I took that on the chin. Got
Ali,
back up
baby,
the next day and said, let's go do it again.
do that one
I
more
copped the pounds at 6 o'clock.
I got
I'm
that one.
moving
I'ma
by
move that
10
much. I'll be
and
back.
take the cash back to the hood and break bread with the men of
Let's
God.
do it, God.
Brody had a dream. Brody had a dream, nigga. Brody had a dream. Brody had a dream. Brody had a dream, nigga. Brody had a dream. Brody had a dream. Brody had a dream, nigga. Brody had a dream. Brody had a dream. Brody had a dream, nigga. Bro, we from the
Originally, you know, from Long Island, New York. Been fucking with music ever since I was a young boy, 13, 14 years old. We just out here, man, we trying to run it up, been locking in with Blacc Houze, you feel me? And, you know, it's been litty ever since. You know? I would say the type of music I do is pretty much like borderline everything. I'm not even gonna hold you. I know niggas be like, yo, bro, you capping, everybody don't rap in every genre, but it's like, it's more of like, I'm trying to get a motivation, but still be able to relate to the young boys, you know, as far as like, be conscious but be street with it. So mine's kind of fall in between. You might get some, some ratchet but some knowledge within it too at the same time, because I'm trying to reach both audiences. So it's like, I don't know what that's categorized as, but
I agree.
you know what I mean, that's the type of music I try to give off. So, you know, and the reasons I do it is because, you know, it's the best way I can really vent. Me personally, you know, I can understand, I can relate to other individuals that vent through this manner too. So I do it in order to relate, connect, you know, network with other individuals. So, you know, the reasons I do it is not really for the money. I don't really care about the money because, you know, me and my guys, we go get that anyway. So without, you know, the aspect of music, but it's more of just being able to relate and connect, you know, with individuals. So that's the reason why I really do it, bro. You know, to give a voice to the streets for the double digit type shit. Met up with my little brother. On some music, you know, / street type relationship type shit. Hung out for a little while in the beginning, you know, we grew up. We was young at this time, we was in like high school type shit. Niggas like 15, 16, 17, shit like that. Mad young, so you know how that go. We hung out for a little while, you know. Then, you know, shit got real for everybody. We kind of went our separate ways. Not separate ways as far as like stop communication, but you know what I mean? And came back, man, through like the music kept us like, that's the thing that always kept us all linked together was like the music, yo. Like the drive and the determination, because like we all like, you know, kind of got like the same goal in mind, you know what I'm saying? So that kind of kept it linked in, but like the relationship is pure, man. We fight, we argue, bro. You know what I mean? We get shit done, bro. You know what I mean? But we we hold as important, you know, the main, you feel me, goal that, yo, we all homies, bro, we brothers and shit, but, you know what I mean, and I've seen a lot, bro, like, dealing with, you know what I mean, ever since I've been dealing with Blacc Houze, it's always been music, bro, like, it's never been no day off, no, oh, I do this sometimes, you feel me, it's always been music, you feel me, and I've seen the growth, you know what I mean, because I personally can, you know, say I've dealt with it, you know what I'm saying, so, you know what I mean, the relationship is, bro, really, to be honest, bro, as solid as one can get, my nigga, like, honestly, bro. Definitely in this music shit, because we know this shit really fugazi for real, like, you know what I mean, it ain't really solid like niggas proclaim or portray it to be, so, you know what I mean, the relationship is litty, bro. It's a valid relationship.
She loves me. Sometimes I think she loves me not. Loves me not. Shouldn't judge me. I thought this was what love's about. Love's about. She loves me. Sometimes I think she loves me not. Loves me not. Shouldn't judge me. I thought this was what love's about. Love's about.
I give a bad girl sex, yeah, no side what I rep. 10.5 is the only thing that be making her sweat. And you were nobody, homie, you were just the next. And I'll never get caught up, my life is private like the jet. Getting money on the set, the boys stay fresh and clean. Money out the ass, little homie, that's a murder scene. I'ma beat the pussy down until the cops arrest the G. Been in the game, ballin', you were just a referee. The best at my game, that's why they don't play no D. I'm getting shot out, money shorty, you should call me. Jag outside, black and white, that's on me. But when winter come around, major B's got you on free. Make you wanna grab some boots, a scarf, and some long sleeves. And cross Chris a nigga up and shake him by all means. And drip that shit like you was racing on broad screen. And movies ain't the only thing that make your broad screen.
Name's Els, songwriter. Also too, engineer. Do a little bit of engineering. Ran the Blacc Houze about year 2004, something like that. 2004, high school. Been rocking with him since high school. I ran into a couple people with him that rap. I just been rocking with him ever since, pretty much. Been out there with him. He was putting the CDs out there. The CDs was jumping before this whole social media thing. Gas stations, you know, just the regular stuff. It was cool, you know. First of all, you get to meet a lot of different people. Women, of course. But other than that, you meet a lot of different people. You learn things. And believe it or not, the more you get out there and talk to people, the more a lot of people respect that shit. Yeah, that was straight, you know. Just doing like pretty much your own self-promoting, marketing, and all that good type of stuff. Nothing different from what goes on nowadays. Same thing, except for it's just pretty much done on the computer, pretty much. But you know, word of mouth is still the best promotion there is. I've had fun. I've had fun rocking with Jerz in the studio so far. But still, sometimes, you know, it might be some stuff that's like missing or something you need to add to it. You know, we do anything else. We do the same thing anybody else does in the regular studio. You know what I mean? Like, well, $1 million studio or whatever. But pretty much, I like to have fun with it or whatever. But you know, also we take stuff serious too as well. But most of the time, I have fun. I sit back, relax, have fun with it. Seen a lot of growth. Just a lot more songs, more videos, more consistency, just more growth in everything. You know, practice makes perfect. So you know.
I think that's the issue now. when I look around right now, especially where I'm at, or the places I've been in music, when I go in rooms and I play music, I could tell that it's not about the music no more. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, they're sounding like the culture is addicted to the high of the killer, the most dangerous end of the lifestyle. See, in the 90s, right? I felt like we introduced them into the lifestyle, but you was dealing with the people that was involved, but you weren't really always dealing with the person that was the shot caller or the nigga that was out there doing it. When the public got introduced to drill music, it became like an opioid. And death has always been something that has fondled us as people, or people around the world. So, you know, it's bold, it's gangster to be bold to say this shit, but I mean, that's what took the love out of the music. Right now, the people are looking for like, oh, is it real? Is he really killing? Is he really drilling and doing this shit? But what it did was it took out the heart from the music. It took the real purpose of the music.